morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back to the Land Shark Pickers channel. Just getting out, dropped my son off at school. Supposed to be a couple of estate sales or yard sales, so we're gonna get out and see what we can find. So hopefully I can get a little footage here. All right, not a lot there. Just had a basement of stuff. It was an estate sale. They said everything's for sale but the tables. So I found a bag about the size of an IKEA bag up under a table. I picked it up and walked out to ask how much the items in it were, and said those are not for sale. We haven't cleared them out. It was full of cell phones, mostly flip phones. I was hoping I could get them very cheap. Lady was nice about it. It wasn't a problem. One thing I picked up seven all mesh snapback hats, a quarter a piece. NRA Freedom Orange, made exclusively for the NRA, obviously. Made by McGregor. Foam on the inside. Probably an older hat, probably 80s. Alabama Crimson Tide National Champs. Can't tell what the thing is. It's probably another 80s hat. Howard Oil Company Chevron. It is printed on. No label. Hoping this one will do well. Freightliner trucks. I haven't looked any of these up. I just started grabbing them. There were a bunch of other just ratty looking. This one's in really good shape. Woodinville, Washington. That's probably another 70s, 80s hat. It's a patch. I'm hoping that one does real well. Here's a, the foam is disintegrated in this one. A Chevron. Riverside. Made in the USA. So I got 3 of that one. They're all Riverside, made in the USA. The foam is disintegrating in all of them, but they're still in good shape though. Very wearable hats. But that's it. See what else I can find. All right, had to stop and get a little pocket money so I could venture out a little bit. Can't be gone too long. Got to get my daughter to work at 11. Not a lot publicized on estatesales.net or the yard sale app, but if that's the case, I used to just get out and ride around, because there are some that don't get publicized, that are not online. Make a little loop that's within about 15-20 minutes of the house, but just see what I can find. All right, looks like we got one down here. The address. This isn't a real big neighborhood. I think it's one way in, one way out. So, excuse me, a really pretty lake. Oh, there's a sign. It's pink. 137 Sugarberry Drive. Nice big sign, that's always nice. $13, $17. Probably right here. Here we go. Turn around and park. I'm not gonna film much actually in the yard sales with the big phone holding it up. Seems kind of awkward. I'll get another camera. Might be able to do that at some point, but we'll walk up here and see what we can find. Alright, so for those of you that get out and hit yard sales, do y'all, and I'm sure there's a lot of you out there that do that, but do you ever have that feeling like, I've been to a yard sale in this neighborhood before, I've been to a yard sale right there, every time you pass a house, that's, you know you have a problem if you do that. And I'm not saying anybody has a problem, but I know I do. My wife thinks I'm crazy. You know, we'll be out just riding around looking whatever, and like, I got this item at this house last summer, and she's like, what? Why do you remember that? You know, it's I don't know, it's just odd, but just the way it is. I can remember a lot of things I can't remember, but I can remember where I picked up a certain electronic piece or something at a location or something like that, but just the way it is. Just out riding around, see what I can find. Like I said, there wasn't a lot of yard sales or estate sales that were publicized in the apps or anything. So just gonna ride around, see what I can find. Catch y'all at the next one. All right, just saw a sign for an estate sale. It said huge estate sale. Hopefully we won't be disappointed. I know I've seen signs before that say estate sale, and you walk up and it's 15 things spread out on the driveway. Hopefully this won't be the case. Let's see what's going on here. It says 9 to 3. We're a little early. Alright, looks like this was an estate sale that was being run by one of our local companies. You know, the whole line up at the door, let 3 people in at a time. They're already a huge line. Not a bad area town, but not a great area town. So probably not worth my time to hang out and wait in line for an hour and not get anything. So I'm gonna move on, see what else I can find. Alright, I just checked yard sale treasure map, whatever it's called, and there is I've driven a little bit and there's a yard sale in this area. Go see if I can find it real quick. It's about 3 or 4 minutes down the road. See you in a second. Alright, well that was a bust. Saw a sign, no, I'm sorry, didn't see a sign. It was on yard sale treasure map. And didn't have an address. No sale at that address. Does anybody else run into that? Doesn't happen that often around here, but it's happened a couple of times. But and then another thing we run into is there's professional yard salers out there. I've got a couple of I don't know if it's families or what, that you see the sign and then, you know, close to the neighborhood, and you just know that it's those people and it's couponers, and not that there's a problem with people couponing, but you walk up and it's razors and hand soap and dish detergent and all that, and they just do it all the time, every weekend. So it just kind of get to the point where I ignore that. Does anybody else have those kind of situations where you either following something on yard sale treasure map or Craigslist or something, you get there, there's nothing, or there is the professional yard sale putter owner, I guess. And I'm sure that's not a term, but that's it's the best I know. But comment below if you run into those situations, and do you get mad when you waste time chasing one that's not there? It is what it is. Just move on. Alright, see what else I can find. Alright, nothing else in that area. So we only hit a yard sale and rode by 2 estate sales. I'm gonna just pull in here to my regular thrift store. Doesn't look too busy. Just run here, see what I can find. I got time limitations, so I gotta get my daughter to work here in a little bit, so don't need to be running around town too much. There's a better area of town, but for yard sales, but it's on up the road, and I'd be out. May drop her off and head out that way. I don't know if things will be slowed down by then or not, but walk in here and see what I can find. Sorry,
right here.
excuse me.
Sorry.
This week, celebrate Friday with $5 Fridays at Papa Murphy's. You can get a large made-from-scratch pizza for you and your family, or just you. We've all been there for just $5. That's a whole pizza for $5. Go with cheese, pepperoni, or sausage rolls. Just $5. It comes on our crispy thin crust, and because we make it when you make it, you can crisp that crust the exact way you like it. Bake it up a notch this Friday with $5 thin from Papa Murphy's.
Belt's one-day sale is one event you don't want to miss. Get ready for spring with special doorbusters Friday through Sunday with savings on favorites for the entire family. Up to 50% off select women's fashions, including must-have tops, capris, pants, and dresses. Up to 60% off select men's sportswear like polos, tees, and sport shirts. And up to 40% off kids' dresswear. Hurry in for Belt's one-day sale with doorbusters for the entire family. Available at Belt and Belt.com.
Well, not a lot of luck in there this time. Doesn't look like they're moving out as much stuff this morning as they normally do. But let's see what else we can find. Let's see what we got. The thrift store here close to the house. Not a lot of luck in there either. I was just at both of these stores yesterday. This store that I just got out of doesn't turn merchandise as fast. They get decent stuff in, but just not like that other store where they bring stuff out constantly all day. This one's a little bit slower, so didn't really expect to find a whole lot here. But gonna get on back towards the house and see if my daughter's up and going. Gotta get her to work in just a little bit. May ride out to a couple other thrift stores that I haven't been to in a while. May see if I can get some yard sales or estate sales up that way. There's usually a good, there's one store up there that it's about 15 minutes away, and they usually have some good yard sales up there. But we'll see what happens. See y'all later. All right, we're gonna go in here to TJ Maxx, see what we can find, see if they have any clearance. Might be kind of choppy because I don't have an extra camera, just filming on my phone. See what we can find. Alright, not a huge amount of success, but did score a couple items. 3 items, 70 cents each, for a total of $2.29. All the same item, but they were on clearance, red tag. I don't know if these were originally 99 cents or what. It is 35mm film, 36 exposures. It's got 3 rolls in there, whopping 70 cents a piece. Got 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. About $24, $25. I'll pop a screenshot up here of the Amazon item. On eBay, $10, $12 a piece. Small, easy to store, easy to ship. So I think I'm gonna go hit one of the my thrift stores and go see what I can find. All right, just got out of the second store. Found you right here close. Got 2 items, both of them clothing. This is new with tags. It's a Nike dry fit. Has a Pepsi Gulf Coast Jam Country on the Coast. Must have been some kind of music festival or something. Got a really cool PCB Entertainment, which I assume is Panama City Beach. It's a size large. It was $2.99. It says Southern Original on the sleeve. Pretty neat, not bad for $3. And another shirt. I got 2 Peter Millar today. It's a Peter Millar Southern Comfort. It is an extra large. It's plain black, but it's got a Alabama Power logo on the sleeve. So I think that was $3.99, $2.99. Not bad. Good little day of shopping. I gotta go pick up my son now. But see y'all later.